What's up, girls? How you doing? Let's do another pick a card, and today is going to be what was their first impression and also where they stand now. I've been struggling to do this video, I have to say, because my mind is going whew. So I have to reconnect to the foundation, really, because it's the question is what was the first impression. So my idea is already to go and see what's going to happen next. Of course, that's what we want to know, but the question is what was the first impression. So let's go. One, two, one, two. Okay, part number one, what was the first impression and where do we stand now? The Devils, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So very, very, very in my face here. The first impression was extremely powerful. There was a link between you two that was, oh my God, an attachment, also an extremely very sexy approach towards each other. The chemistry between you two was off the chart. And that took them by surprise. It was like, wow. And they couldn't stop thinking about you. They were obsessive, and maybe vice versa as well, obviously. Okay, so a lot of chemistry between you two. They're trying to run away from that because you obviously shake the boat. In some ways, they had their own reality and you came in, boom, you really. And also, they didn't maybe tell you the whole truth. They maybe couldn't. They didn't know what to say, how to say. They was like taken by surprise and maybe as well a bit selfish in that way. But at the same time, what are you supposed to say? It really, they were shocked. They didn't. That was not part of the calendar. But at the same time, they feel very much as well left in the cold because they had that knowing. You represent someone that is very free, very powerful, very luminous, and very difficult to forget. And they're frustrated because, and also they also feel maybe a bit of guilt because they left you in the cold when they didn't want to do that very much because they knew that you were, someone very important in their life. There was a massive turning point, and that triggers something in them. But they realize as well that you as someone maybe were not completely ready to go for it neither, you understand? So maybe as well you had still to forget something. There were some baggages you were still carrying, so you both needed to have some time apart to actually clear all of this. But there's a very, very strong connection, physical and spiritual as well. Yeah, they did definitely needed to be and to become maybe the emperor. They thought of you as someone very together, therefore they needed to be very much together in order to be with you. They needed to have that also connection with I know what I want and I go and get it. They were not in that place. They were very much like obsessive about you, knowing that you belong to each other but running away from it. They definitely saw you as very charged, very powerful, in your way of being. You are your true self, and that's enough, so very intense, an enormous amount of chemistry. Did I say that? Yes, indeed. So it's something that is give them the fire in the belly because maybe they were falling asleep a little bit in their life, but they see you very alive. You have new ideas every 2 minutes. You create new things. You're very explosive in your own way. You're very passionate, and they love that about you. But that also remind them of what they're supposed to be or what they would like to be in their own life. Yeah, so they can definitely see you as an entrepreneur, someone who's not afraid to go for what they want, whether it's career wise or even for a love story. If you want somebody, if you want something, you go and get it. You're very straight to the point. And also, you want it long term. It was not about just having a bit of fun because that's not, of course, it could have been possible, but it's always possible. But what I'm saying is, they could also sense that you want to build something and you are a builder and you're an entrepreneur and you're someone who go for the dream and very alive and very much that's what they truly want to do with you, I guess, because they needed to be that level. They needed to be that ready for in order to come towards you and go for it with you because that's what they want. I mean, you're hard to forget. Let's put it that way. It's not going to go anywhere if they're trying to forget you. Good luck, right? Okay, so part number two, what was the first impression and where do they stand as well now? Two of Wands, the Empress, Seven of Cups, Holy Mother of God. Very powerful. So when they met you, they saw you as the full shebang. You someone very together, very grounded, very powerful, but also earthy, caring, loving, very strong as well. You've been around, it's not the first time, you in that you experience this world. You know what you do, you know what you're doing, you know what you want. So they also felt that maybe they had to make a choice between two. Maybe that was not that straightforward after all. But at the same time, you have that Two of Wands energy, which is, the sheep will come back to the arbor. You have that knowing, and that comes from experience and a lot of grounded energy. You're not chasing. If you want something, you go and get it, but you're not going to chase. You're not going to beg, and that is not going to happen for sure. So they were maybe procrastinating about the idea of you. It was amazing, it was mesmerizing, but didn't really do anything about it. And maybe you did the same, because if you thought there was another option for them, then you obviously didn't engage, because like, whoa, I'm not going there. It's not my place to chase. If someone wants to be with me, they come to me. Otherwise, forget it. So yeah, they felt as well that you maybe were also carrying a little bit of the weight from the past. Then you've been, obviously experiencing life, and how it hasn't been always a walk in the park. But there is a part of you that couldn't really touch, in the sense that there was a part of you that was very mysterious, and therefore you couldn't completely give yourself 100%. But if you had the feeling there was someone else, of course you were not going to do that. But they saw you carrying a weight, and maybe because they do it themselves, so therefore they can see within yourself. So they knew that something had to change, they had to grow, they had to elevate themselves and open the heart fully in order to be with you. But there was a resistance or something that, when you cover yourself a little bit, because you just like, no, I'm not taking that risk. And yeah, so I think both of you needed to, purge, know exactly what you were made of, what you wanted in life, but you are guided. You're supposed to be together. So for me, there's some unfinished business here, very much. Yeah, there's someone who also were very focused, and maybe still a little bit focused on the money and the career. You probably feel the same. For them, you were representing someone together, independent, and an empress anyway, male, female, doesn't matter. You are very together no matter what. But also for them, they didn't allow themselves to go towards you, maybe because they had someone else, and they kind of a person that goes with one person only, and it's not like playing the field. So that was not very congruent with their true values, their nature, their personality. So they couldn't allow themselves to move toward you at the time. But now there's an idea of brand new beginning with a lot of clarity. Of course, you had to go through a 10 of Swords before you get to an Ace of Swords. So it has been a journey. It has been a long journey. By the end of the day, now they want you to do something proper. They want to go for the new beginning, and it's very, very clear. So let's see what happens, but I like it. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah! Ciao!